did we make fundraising part of the YCore Fellowship? Well, the first reason is that fundraising is an important practical skill. Asking for money is hard, but there are concrete tools to help you do it, and the more you practice those tools, the easier it gets in the future. When we were designing YCore, we asked our nonprofit partners, what skill do you wish young professionals could get better at? And 100% of them said fundraising. We wanted to give you an environment where you can practice these concrete skills with the support of your team and YCore staff and YCore alumni who've done this before. The second reason that we fundraise is that it allows your village to participate in your work. Your friends and your family and your coworkers become literally invested in your YCore project. Fundraising, believe it or not, is another form of advocacy. When you fundraise, you have a lot of power, not just with your recipient, but with your donors. The way that you talk about your cause tells them what you think is important. You're telling them what you care about in the world and in an organization. We know asking for money can be stressful, and it's understandable to reach for language we've seen before. For example, $25 gets one child's school supplies for a year. But I challenge you, as you fundraise for YCore, to ask yourself what your fundraising method communicates to your network. For example, how do my words perpetuate or challenge the way that my friends and family think about causes? Does the way that I'm asking for money really reflect why I think this is important? What are the values I want to share with my network through this process? This is a great thing to talk about with your team if you haven't already. The third reason that YCore asks you to fundraise is that we're also a nonprofit and we need money to operate. We have 3 full-time staff and program expenses to run our workshops. You can find a high-level breakdown of our expenses in our impact report, and I'm happy to share more details about where our funding goes. It's not uncommon to charge a program fee for something like this, but we didn't want a high upfront cost to be a barrier to entry. There are absolutely still equity issues around fundraising, and we know that. But we do feel that this gives us the ability to include fellows who might not be able to afford the $1,500 to $2,000 right out of pocket. We've also been working with our fellows and our alumni board to implement sliding scales and other accessibility measures around fundraising. So if that's of interest to you, please reach out to me or Katie or Rima right away. We want to make this process as accessible as possible. You all make up the majority of our funding as an organization, and without your financial support, we would not continue to survive. So if YCore feels like a valuable process to you, you are directly contributing to our existence. We know that fundraising can be uncomfortable, and we are deeply grateful for every effort that you put in. It allows YCore to keep doing the work that we're doing. So thank you.